Where have lifeguards gone? Shortage grips U.S. as heat rages. Drowning surge. A shortage of lifeguards is plaguing the country for another summer as drowning deaths surge. Experts say for too many, it's swim at your own risk. A lifeguard shortage plaguing communities across the U.S. since the start of the pandemic has yet to relent. As heat rages on across the U.S., access to desperately needed pools in some cities is curtailed or shut down. And from Wells, Maine to Anchorage, Alaska, while beaches are open to the public, too few are being watched by lifeguards. People are advised to swim at their own risk. About 1/3 of the nation's public pools have been affected, causing reduced hours or closures, according to American Lifeguard Association estimates. Unfortunately, the impact this year is as severe as it has been in previous years. Bernard Fisher, the LA's Director of Health and Safety, told U.s.a. Today, drowning deaths have been on the rise, especially among young children. Local news reports are rife with concerns and deadly consequences. An outcry followed the deaths last week in New York City of two sisters who drowned at Coney Island Beach 2 hours after lifeguards ended their shifts. Lifeguards are so critical in Florida that earlier this month, they made 21 water rescues in a single day off Panama City beaches, some of the deadliest in the U.S. due to rip currents. 6 tourists died there last month, 4 within 48 hours, 3 taking a dip before evening shopping, the 4th a seminarian in training in town to shadow a student pastor. What happened? What is causing the lifeguard shortage? In the early days of the COVID-19 pandemic, pools and beaches were shuttered. Lifeguards moved on to other jobs or struggled to receive their proper certifications. Ever since then, experts say the lifeguard industry has flailed. In May 2019, about 144,000 people worked as lifeguards, ski patrol, and other recreational safety jobs. That number dropped to just over 114,000 in 2021 and only reached 123,500 by May 2023, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. At the same time, drownings skyrocketed from just over 4,000 in 2019 to more than 4,500 in 2022. The tragedy was compounded among Native Americans and Black people, and for children between the ages of 1 and 4. In 2019, 392 toddlers died, and 3 years later, 461 drowned. Like other cities across the country, Anchorage, Alaska, has been experiencing pronounced lifeguard shortages at its pools and beaches since the start of the pandemic. But the city's Parks and Recreation Director, Mike Braniff, said the decline started even before then. The city's 6 indoor pools and 2 beaches would usually require between 40 and 50 lifeguards to staff at full capacity, Braniff said. But this summer, only about 15 are working. Our lifeguard numbers have declined to the point where we had to make a choice. Are we going to prioritize the lakes and sacrifice indoor programming, or vice versa, he said. The result? This summer, the city's 2 public lake beaches are without lifeguard staff for the first time. Instead, signs reading "No lifeguard on duty, swim at your own risk" can be seen at the Jewel Lake and Goose Lake beaches. Earlier in the season, a woman visiting Goose Lake on a busy day helped rescue 2 young girls who began having trouble out in the water when there were no lifeguards on duty, Braniff said. It certainly speaks to the need, he said. According to news reports, the shortage is impacting staffing at pools and other aquatic recreational areas in New York City, Milwaukee, Charlottesville, and Burlington, Vermont. Beaches are also unstaffed or operating with reduced lifeguards in Westboro, Massachusetts, and Bellingham, Washington. In Connecticut, a shortage of open water lifeguards has led to reduced services at half of the 8 beaches this summer, meaning lifeguards are on duty only 5 days a week instead of all 7. The state's water safety coordinator with the State Parks Division, Sarah Battistini, said.